Hello and welcome to the 13th episode of the Petrol podcast. Welcome to Ray Sandi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Great.
Thanks for coming over.
Thanks for having me. It's nice and bright here today.
Nice to be recording in the daytime. Done quite a lot of late night ones recently.
It's been a nice change. Are those pouches for me?
Yeah, 100,000 bells in each one. No, they're for the villagers, but they're really cool, aren't they?
Yeah, I really like them. I didn't realise it was wrap. I thought it was just little items. So when I had ordered them, and you sent me some as well, I think, I went to go and put them down, but then it said wrap, and I was oh, what are these for? But then you can only wrap money in them as well.
Yeah.
Can't wrap anything else.
What do you think is a good amount of money to give your villagers?
Well, they don't like money, so I'm not sure, but I gave mine money. I gave Chester some money. I gave him a 99k bag, but only because I had so much in my pocket. And then he gave me his photo. So.
Oh, wow.
But Chester has been, I don't know if I mentioned it before, I probably have, that I've been waiting for his photo for a wee while because he has been on the island for a long time now. Well, it feels like a long time. But then Shari, I only gave her 10,000 because I knew my friendship level with her isn't anywhere near like what Chester's was, so I didn't think I was going to get a photo, so I just gave her 10,000, and she gave me bunny ears. So I'm not sure a good amount.
Well, maybe because Shari's meant to be an older sister type, you wouldn't give her quite as much as you might give a younger. I feel like Chester's like a more of a kid.
Yeah, he's
so
just
he might need the money a bit more than Shari.
Or he's just going to spend it on snacks.
He could buy so many snacks with 99,000 bells.
That's just... it's a lot. But so I was quite happy that I got his photo. I'm not sure if it was down to the money or if it was just coincidence, because as I said, it's a high friendship level, so...
Just good timing, maybe.
Yeah. But they are cute. I'm going to keep a couple just for decoration, probably. They're just really nice looking out.
Yeah, when I first got the bag, I was hoping that you could kind of hold it.
Oh, yeah,
Like, there's not many things that you can just hold and walk around with. And I really like those items. I like the, do you remember the pennant, the little flag?
Oh, yeah, you could wave that though, as well.
Which one was it, Timmy or Tommy, that when you first started the game, like they were just outside with that flag the whole time? I think it was Tommy.
I cannot tell you. I never know the difference between them. I know one of them talks and one of them doesn't, but...
it was cool when you could buy that item and wave it around yourself. And I love how the villagers have their little shopping bags in all the different styles.
Yeah, just when you said that, when I'm holding a pouch, I was just thinking of a wee basket. I love them walking about with their wee basket in their hands.
Yeah. That's really cute.
So what's been happening in Realby this week?
It's been a pretty normal routine kind of week this week. I've been enjoying finishing off the Festivale collection. So I've got one of each and made a little dance floor. And I've got a couple of extras from the last couple of days and added to the whole dance floor area, which you probably saw when you arrived earlier.
Yeah, I got distracted.
Only one dancer so far, which I think was Freckles. It's like the day that I found this stage in Nooks. Freckles was right on it, dancing. But I'm keeping an eye out to try and catch any of them having a dance. So that was really cool, and I'm looking forward to getting some different colours, maybe through some trades, or doing a whole kind of rainbow customization on the day. But yeah, not
Yeah,
a
it
whole
works.
lot has been going on this week. I did a bit of work on Pear Tree petrol station, which is really cool. I've customized the retro gas pumps that you sent me to have our little Pear Tree logo on.
Oh, nice.
But it's really shown up my lack of skills in urban planning, because for the last year I've been trying to make this island into like a wooded wilderness with houses nestled away in the woods and just trees everywhere. So trying to make an urban space with the cars and the more kind of industrial items, it's been really challenging for me. So I might need you to cast an appraising eye over it later on. Give me some tips.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at that. I'm nosy anyway. I want to have a wee look to see what the boys are going to be. I don't know, us the men now, because the boys are Graham and Barrel. These will be the men. The grumpy crankies.
Yeah, Butch and Tom. I'm loving having a couple of crankies. They're going to be a right grumpy pair of garage attendants.
Yeah, I love them, and they've got quite good dialogue together as well.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
I've had a few together.
So how about you? How's your week been?
Well, I've actually had a lot more playtime this week than I had planned, and I've done things that I didn't say I was going to do, didn't think I was going to do. So
Oh, great.
I've made a lake.
You made a lake?
Yeah, well, it's
Wow.
still a work in progress. So my workshop, I still had that because it was still snowing, so I just felt that I could keep that going because the snow is still there. But I needed this. I think I need that space to put some of my gym, the gym equipment I've got out. So I was going to put it up there, but then I removed everything, and then I just started terraforming, and then I couldn't stop, and I've just kind of made a big lake. I have seen a couple of lakes and another couple of islands, and it's just been really, really nice. And I think, and even just sitting there in the water, especially in the evening, is just so peaceful. So it's just right behind my house that I had to move. Actually, I had to move my house.
Oh, you
Which
moved
I've
your
not
house?
done. Yep, I've not done I can't remember the
Forever?
last time I moved a
Yeah,
house.
I can't
Yeah.
remember your house not being where it is, where it was.
Yeah, I've always just moved things around my house.
Yeah.
Rather than moving the house. So it's not in the place that I want it yet, but I just had to move it out the way just to see what I was going to do. So yeah, I did that, and I decorated a lot of villager houses as well. I think that's why I started terraforming, was because I had my path. I did sign a wrap out. I was just fixing all the villagers' paths to go match their houses. And then because I had the app out, I was like, well, I'm going to just fix this. And then I just ended up making a big hole in the ground, basically.
Brilliant. I really like lakes. We've got a couple of friends with some nice lakes.
Yeah, I must say it's not as grand as theirs. It's not as nice as theirs, but
I think giving over that amount of space to a body of water, like just for a calming aesthetic, is lovely, and a really good excuse to have some of the decoy ducks around, which I think are an amazing item in the game. Have you got any ducks out yet?
I've not got ducks. I've got ducks now round my pond up in the top of the island in the top tier, because I've got it's like my wee nature pond, because I've got or the watering hole almost, because I've got my flamingos round there. I've got the ducks. I've got the little snapping turtles. Is it snapping turtles?
Oh
Yeah. And some, I think, a frog, and just some things like that round the pond up at the top. So that's like my watering hole on the island. So I don't know if I'll put ducks down there. I'll probably maybe have to, I don't know if I'll put something in the middle of it or not. I just quite like it when it was open, and you can just see you can't actually see right across. It goes up to like the top, the next tier. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do exactly with it, but there's a waterfall in the middle, but that was there already. It's just encompassed that now.
I look forward to seeing some photos and having a visit.
Yeah, and what else did I do? Because after our discussion about the dolls, I've actually took them away.
Are you just saying
And
that so next time I come round, I'll
no,
be shocked by their presence?
no, I've took them away, and I'm going to replace them with the gnomes, the garden gnomes, because
Oh, cool.
I had all 8 of them in my toy shop, and I think I sold all my toys just back to Nooks, and I kept the gnomes because I think I'm just going to hide them around and just have like a gnome hunt.
Brilliant.
So
Oh, they're really cool.
I'll wait
Look
till
forward to that.
my island's finished a wee bit more, and then I'll probably update my dream address so
Great.
somebody can visit and do the gnome hunt.
Cool.
Although I think I've not updated my dream address since Halloween. I don't think my island's been in as good a place as it was as at Halloween. I think it's just still been unfinished at parts. So whereas Halloween, I was like loving my island at that point.
Yeah, I think mine's still on Halloween, actually. Maybe we can share them in the comments, and people can
Yeah,
have a look if they want to.
yeah, I've done that, and I've had 2 new villagers as well this week.
2 new villagers too.
Yep. So
Oh, so who's left then?
Sydney left. She actually gave me her photo, and then the next day I was playing as my other character, and she asked to leave. So
Oh,
I said yes. So she's left, and I went island hopping for the first time in a while
cool.
because I wanted a cranky. Like I've not had a cranky. Well, I did had Knox the other week. He's left, but I just want another cranky because I've got 3 sisterlies, and I had 3 sisterlies. I'll talk about that in a minute. So I went island hopping, and the first 2 were jocks I ran into. So I had Tank, and he looked cool as well. I've never had a rhino on the island. So I wanted to, and then I ran into Cody, who's a wee cute blue bear,
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
but he's a jock as well. And I really want to take him, but then I was like, no, I'm here for a cranky. And then I ran into a bear, another bear, but this is a bear, not a cub.
Yeah.
Called Pinky, who I wanted to
Oh,
take
yeah.
because my dog's called Pinky. She doesn't look like my dog or anything, but she's called Pinky. But no, I had to keep going, and then ran into another bear who's just so weird looking, called Charlize.
Oh, right. Okay.
I've never seen her before, so I just wanted to take her because of that, but no, I stuck to my guns that I'm going to take a
I
cranky.
can't believe you resisted so many.
Yeah, so I think it's my 5th. It must have been my 5th because I think the next one was Bob. So I was like, all right, he looks cool. I was just assumed he was a cranky, and I never had my phone with me to check because usually I'll check to see what personality there is. But
Right.
I like Bob. I've seen pictures of him online, and I was like, no, he's got a cool face. I'm just going to invite Bob. And as soon as I said, you can stay, he said something about Piscetti, and I remember one of my lazies saying that to me, and I was like, oh no, I've got another lazy. So yeah, I've got Bob the lazy instead of a cranky. But he
That's
is
something
cool.
about Bob being a cranky, because I thought he was as well. And I've got his amiibo, and I was thinking that I would invite him because I just assumed he was a cranky. But when I looked him up and he was a lazy, I thought, oh, well, I need to wait because I've already got 2.
Yeah.
But he's brilliant. I really like him. He was in my New Leaf town for a while.
Yeah, he's a character, so I think it was just his name because he's called Bob. That's just I just thought he was a cranky, but
I wondered if it was because we've got a emote in our Discord of him with the intense
yeah,
reaction.
that's probably added to that as well.
I wondered if that's why I was thinking he was a cranky too. And when you said it, I was like, oh, maybe it's that
Yeah,
emote that
because
we use all the time.
it probably is. That's probably why I've been thinking he's a cranky because he's actually really chilled out. So I can't even imagine him making that face
Yeah.
that intense emote. But so the next day, I think it was the next day. Yeah, it was weird. It was the next. I had Bob move in, and then I think he had one day where I was able to go in and see his house, which is kiddie themed.
Yeah.
I hate the colour block furniture, but in his house it looks fine because it's all coloured. It's like a big playroom. He's a lazy boy. It's just it fits
I feel
him,
like it's a bit like Stitch's house, if I remember rightly, with a toy box in it.
Yep.
And
I don't know if he must have a toy box, and I think Broccolo's as well, the little mouse. He's got like a kiddie themed one. I think he's got different wallpaper, but Bob's is really, really colourful. But then after that, I had somebody in the campsite, which was weird because I'm sure I had somebody like within a week before that, because I got obviously Tasha Tybalt was in my campsite, so I was quite surprised. And guess, lo and behold, it was a cranky. So it was
great.
Vic,
Who was it?
Vic the bull.
Right.
And oh my god, he must have picked Shari like 3 times. He picked Tabby, he picked Chester. He was going round to everyone, and the only ones I was willing to let go was Deirdre and Rocket, because I had both their photos. Oh, because I got Deirdre's photo this week as well.
Nice.
And I have to prefer Rocket because she's been here longer than Deirdre, but I'm just glad he picked someone that I could give up, because I really wanted him to stay.
And who did he pick?
Because he's dressed like a Viking. He picked Deirdre, so Deirdre's away, but I got her a home. I always feel a wee bit better saying bye-bye to people when I manage to get somebody to take them.
Yeah.
And she's a cool, sisterly dear. So I'm quite happy with that. So he's a Viking, and his house, I've not seen his house because he just moved in today, so he's still in boxes. And he's got like the ship flooring and ship walls, so, and he's dressed like a Viking as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing his house. Yeah.
Oh, you'll have to send some photos over.
Yeah.
For the
I've decorated
podcast.
his garden already. So he's got some barrels. I've got extra pirate barrels, so got some pirate barrels out, and I've gave him a fire pit because I just feel like he would like to be outside and, I don't know, cook his dinner over a fire. Because he's a Viking. I don't know. It just looked good, and I've not got another reason to use a fire pit. So. Oh, Tom. We don't usually get the villagers up here.
No. Look at him. He's wearing that Explorer shirt, Sandy.
I like him in the Explorer shirt. I don't see there anything wrong with the Explorer shirt. I know you don't like it, but I think there's worse things they could be wearing.
Well, yeah, obviously there are worse things, but it's just not.
What's his original top that he wears? I don't think I've seen him in anything.
Tracksuit top, I think. You can only see his ears.
Yeah, he's like a park ranger. He's
meant to be a petrol attendant and a mechanic.
This is his part-time job. Looking after Rialby.
So did you say that Knox left as well? Because I don't think that we covered that on last week's podcast.
Neither I did, because
you've had three.
I've had three new moves in. Yeah. Oh yeah,
so tell me about Knox.
So Knox, yeah, because I remember I told you. I think I sent this to you because last week in the podcast I had mentioned. I just made a comment offhand just because Knox was kept walking in my way, and then it reminded me that he gave me a fake painting, and I said, "Oh, you're leaving next," as a joke. And the next day, I had a campsite villager. Yeah, that's what it was. I saw the Willow at the campsite villager, the sheep. I can't believe I've not spoke about her because she's great. I love her. She's a snooty. She just looks great as well. She's pink and yellow. She's just lovely. And the first person, I think it might have been the first or second person to was Knox. The first person that she could leave, was Knox she picked. So I was like, yes, I will go. But I felt quite bad because I had said that. It's like, got these premonitions of what's going to happen. So Knox is away. I can't believe I forgot about that. Just because it happened. There's so much happened this week because I've got to play.
Yeah. And it happened the
But
day after we recorded, didn't it? But
yeah,
before the episode
the day
came
after
out.
recorded. Yep. So I forgot I mentioned that. Yeah, because Willow, yes, she's so cute, and he actually left me one of his caskets in the recycling bin, which I found yesterday. Yes. So I've not been to the recycling bin for ages, and I usually just go and I'll just take out the rusted parts rather than because I had Gulliver. Yeah. I had Gulliver visit at the start of the week, so I went to the recycling bin to see if there was any rusted parts, and I got one, and then I noticed that amongst all the cardboard boxes that were out in there was a golden casket. So he must know I liked him so much. No, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know what I would use a golden casket for. I've already got a bed. But
yeah, so was there a sleeping bag in it? Can you confirm if he was sleeping in there or not?
It's still in the recycling bin. I didn't even take it out. Okay. Don't want to know what's in there. Yeah. Oh, but Willow, she is so cute. And I know you were talking about the stage and the dancing. She was the first one to go on my stage. And she just likes to be out and about, and she was playing the drums as well. I don't know if you've got a drum. Yeah, you did say you had everything. So she's been playing the drums, dancing, just loving island life.
Oh, that's great. I need to come over for a visit because I haven't met
any
of these three yet.
Yeah, 3 now. I can't. That's why I was so surprised when I had Willow, and I haven't changed any. Usually I'm messing about with time, but I haven't had to change. I moved forward one day, but that shouldn't have affected it that much. It was just when I was moving my house. So it's still quite a short time period. It was a 2 camp visit. Usually when I get a campsite villager, a campsite visitor, and I've invited them to stay, usually the next day or the day after that, someone asks to leave or they've got a thought bubble. Sometimes I'll ignore it, depending on who it is. So usually I get somebody leave not long after a campsite villager's been invited, but I've never had 2 campsite visitors within that, like a week almost.
No, there's normally a cool down in the campsite, isn't there? I think it's unusual to get them in the same week. I only had one change of villager this week, and that was Hans asked to leave, and I was happy to let him go on to somewhere new, and I got to go island hopping today. Again, first time in ages. And I also found someone on my 5th island.
Oh, who did you find?
I found Whitney.
Oh, she's lovely.
Yeah, she's great, and I was open to who I might have, but I needed a snooty, and she looked great, so I was very happy to find her on Island 5. I gathered a lot of wood and a lot of stone, which I needed. We ran into Jitters on the first island, Rocket on the second, Leopold on the third, and then on the fourth I met Samson, and from a distance I was like, there's a cute mouse. That I might take that cute mouse, because Dora's moving out of my new leaf town soon, and I was kind of hoping it might be a snooty mouse. I assume there's a snooty mouse. I don't know their personalities, but it was Samson, so it's a jock mouse, and no more jocks. But really happy to have Whitney moving in tomorrow. It's really cool.
Do you know what her house like?
I think it's quite plain. I think her house is quite plain. I think it's a little bit like Sharry's. It's got a rose, or like the rose bed or the flower bed. It's quite, charming but quite simple.
Yeah.
I was sad to say goodbye to Hans, but I enjoyed him while he was here, and he was very graceful in his departure, and wish him all the best. And he kind of got me like, more open to the bigger villages and seeing how they're, as you said to me before, I tend to get the squirrel villages or the little cute ones, and they're my favourites. But yeah, Hans might have changed my mind on that a little bit.
You got his picture fairly early as well.
Yeah, we got on well. So there's been quite a few new people in my island recently. Not 3 in a week like you, but Butch, Tom, and Freckles are all quite new. And now Whitney. It's really nice to change it up a bit and get some new faces.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not just saying that because I do that, but no, I think it is nice to see people, a lot of different animals even.
I hope that Butch and Tom enjoy their new area with all the cars and things in that I'm making for them.
Yeah, I'm going to have a wee nosy.
It's been good having some of the grumpy ones around the island. Again, the conversations they get into with the younger ones, shall we call them? That was really cool. So seeing Butch and Graham having a chat where Butch was telling Graham off for his highfalutin clapdoodle was one of the Butch highlights of this week. Graham sent me a lovely letter actually saying how he used to think that he was a city type, but living in Rayalby has made him feel like a country boy. And in fact, Freckles had a conversation that was kind of similar with Shari. So there was one day this week when I was doing loads of work on the island, and Shari was just out being amazing, and like she was talking to everybody and dancing, and it was great seeing her out and about. But she went up to Freckles and was like, "Wouldn't you be more happy in like the big city?" And Freckles was saying that like being like the rural style was in. I can't remember the exact words that she was using, but something like humble. The humble style is in right now. So that was, both Freckles and Graham talking about the humble country Rayalby style. Obviously, they haven't noticed the urbanisation that's going on and how a big part of the island's now been paved.
Or maybe they're trying to say to you that they like the humble, and you're like, why are you changing that?
Yeah,
They're just
maybe,
subtly telling you.
Yeah, maybe
I'm sure it's nice though, and it's
their
over
protest.
at the corner. Although they do like to frequent that corner down at the beach. I always find them on the beach here, villagers.
Yeah, that's true. That morning when Shari was out and about, she also had an argument with Barold, which was quite poignant actually, and they were talking about visiting friends in trouble. But then she had she made up with Barold after that and was offering to cook him like a new dish that she'd come up with. I don't know, do your sisterlies like have really bizarre recipes that they like to concoct?
No, I've not heard any of my sisterlies making any food.
Yeah, because I think it's only Shari that I've noticed it in, but she's always talking about her cooking and then saying to me, "What are you making that face for?" But she offered to cook for Barold on Saturday, and she was going to cook falafel. And he was like, yeah, that's good. And she was like, "It's a new recipe I've been working on. So it's falafel in pear sauce with panna cotta." I think she said panna cotta sprinklings or something. And Barold said that he might hide on Saturday to avoid that meal. It's not like Barold to turn down free food, even if it is falafel in pear sauce.
That does not sound appealing to me.
And
either.
she had a conversation with Hans about about fighting. So she thought that Hans was trying to figure out how good of a fighter she was, and she thought that then he started asking her to have a fight with him. But actually, Hans was talking about dancing. I think he was like, "Show me your special move," and Shari was like, "Okay," but he meant on the dance floor, and she thought he meant in the in the ring, I guess. So Shari's been totally class this week. I'd love to see it. It reminded me of why I love having her around so much.
Yeah, speaking of Shari, I think I mentioned, maybe it was just in the Discord, that I've not seen Shari sing because you've mentioned her singing before. I always notice her, she's always like just like humming along or like dancing along when other people are singing. I think we shared a video of that last week. Well, this week I find her singing.
Yes.
Not near the stage, and she was just down at the perfect spot where I could get a wee video. And then Rocket kept coming and walking along in front of her, and at one point she stopped and waved to Rocket and then moved out the way so she could sing. It was as if she was trying to get in position for me to film her again, because if she let me, I was filming her for quite a while, doing her wee songs. And she's got the cutest wee mouth as well.
Yeah.
When she's singing.
She just wants to sing in peace on her own, I guess.
Yeah, because she was quite away from the other villagers, and it was nice to see her out because the day before she had actually been not well and I'd had to give her medicine.
Oh. It's nice you having a Shari as well.
It's a bit weird because like Shari is yours, and obviously she's one of your. So she's always been there since we started playing together, and it's weird. But she is so cute. She's not one that I would keep, although I hope she does stay around for a wee while because she's really nice. Although she's quite happy here as well. She had said she's loving island life. It's not perfect here, but where is perfect, which is pretty true.
Very true.
It's quite, it's pretty rad, she said. Not nice. Yeah. That's not something I would say, but yeah. I love her little catchphrase. She's not stopped calling me cheeky yet. She always says cheeky.
Good. Yeah, cheeky's great.
So I hope she doesn't pick up the local lingo, because I do like cheeky for her, because she is a wee cheeky monkey.
She has picked up local catchphrases here, but whenever she asks me to change, I always change it back to cheeky.
Ah, right, okay. I didn't think about doing that.
I really like it. I did think it would be weird when you got Shari on your island, but it's not. I really like it.
Yeah, you can just avoid her, because it's, or I suppose if you get to know her, like she'll know you, so she'll not. If you just go over that first initial visit when they ask you, like, who are you, then you're fine, because they'll remember you each time.
No, I ran straight up to her and introduced myself the first time. I know it's a bit weird, but it's fine. It's great seeing her. I don't think she's that popular a villager based on other people's reactions to her over the year. But I really like her, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been playing the drums. She was actually playing the drums with Willow as well this week.
What?
Yeah.
Nobody's played the drums on my island yet.
There's two of them playing it. Like, the dance floor, like, I know you just said one person's been singing. I didn't want to rub it in, but Tybalt's been dancing, Chester's been dancing, Tabby's been dancing. I've got so much videos, so much footage. So I need to share them with you because they're so cute. And I caught Willow and Shari both playing the same drum as well.
Brilliant.
I wish it was in time with the music, but it's not. It does sound a bit awful, but it's so cute to look at, so I'm not complaining. And they're also all getting into the festival fever. I don't know if anybody's said to you about, they've asked you what you're wearing, because you're going to be wearing so much sequins and sparkling and...
No.
Yep, so
Nobody's
my
mentioned it yet.
I think it was yesterday, was it today? It was either today or yesterday. Willow was talking about it. Hugo? Huck was talking about it. I think he seems like a Hugo. Anyway, because he's a smug. He was talking about it. I think Shari might have mentioned it, or Tabby. There's quite a few that have mentioned. I think Chester was talking about it as well, talking about their outfit and how they like the decorations. I think they're all getting in a festival fever. Because I have, definitely. Although I'm not dressed like it today, but...
I was going to say, maybe they haven't mentioned it to me because I've been dressed like this every day in all the different festival colours, and they were just kind of hinting to you that maybe...
that I need to...
Yeah.
Dress. Well, I've got my outfit saved on my wands. It's been really wintry, and my villagers keep giving me clothes, and I'm still kind of stuck in that thing where I just put them on and see what outfits I end up with. But I've changed into this one before I came because I had star sunglasses on, a raincoat, and I can't remember what I had in my head. But yes, I've changed into this because it's really wintry, and everybody else is running about with their wee hats on like mine, so I had to match them.
I did get told off when I was wearing the Festivale tank dress this week, like you did last week, for being... I think Poppy and Barold were both like, why are you wearing that? Well, I think Poppy said, it's not any of my business, but aren't you cold? I thought that you were dressed in that lovely tank in honour of Butch, because that's Butch's in a different colour, but that's Butch's default clothing, isn't it?
Yeah, he's little... What is it? Vest? Argyle vest.
He looks so cute in it.
He does. He's got the blue one. That's I quite liked him. I think I think we spoke about this in previous podcasts when somebody gave him the apron, was it?
Yeah, that's a horrible apron.
Yep.
How's I meant to ask Sandi, how's Coco settling in? I've been missing her.
Oh yeah, I think I said last week she has been settled in quite nicely. She was lazing about the islands a wee while, but I've finished her house now as well, outside her garden, so she's got a little area where she can grow some plants. She's got a wee bonsai trees and a little book out, and
she's got a little reading nook in the garden.
Yeah, so it's just beside. I've just used the mush furniture and the mush log to put her book on, because it's a nice way to use that furniture still when it's still a bit out of season, because I think it's just natural, like they grow in the ground, and that's all about her house and things. And I finished her wee kitchen.
Oh yeah.
But I was visiting her in her house this week. Who was in? I think Tybalt was in visiting. I think it was Tybalt. And I think I touched her puppy plushie. I think it was the one you gifted her.
Yeah.
I touched it, and then she started talking about it. She's like, I'm not quite sure about the placement of that puppy plushie now that I'm looking at it. And she was right, it was like facing the wrong way, because usually it's sitting at the other opposite side of opposite little, is that a wee log she's got?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the opposite side, and it was facing the wall, so you can't actually see it. So I just thought it was funny that she's actually noticed that that's placed wrong, or maybe it was just me just assuming that it was just a coincidence. But I hate when things are faced wrong when you give them, especially when you gift them things and it's like they put them weird, like in a weird position in their houses. But I just thought it was funny that she noticed that it was wrong, the wrong way around.
You get in trouble with the Happy Home Academy if you have them facing the wall.
I didn't know that. Like even just normal furniture.
Yeah. Have you never been told off in your Happy Home evaluation on Sunday where they're like, oh, well, you've got your star clock facing the wall? And I'm like, yeah, it's meant to face the wall because then it looks like a star.
No, I don't think I have had that. Usually it's telling me to pick up my rubbish.
Yeah. Too many DIYs and turnips scattered around.
Although today, as if I've logged into my other character's house, and he had one, and it had mentioned about, it didn't actually mention anything about, usually it's telling me to put things all the same colour in his house. But it said today, add in, if you've got like a trophy or pictures, like gifts of friend, like I'm assuming they meant villager photos, to display them for extra points.
Oh, good tip.
I've got like 30 pictures on my wall, so I don't know if that's been affecting my score as well. I wonder if I took them all down, if it would lower my score, because I'm just over 200,000, I think.
I just bin the letter without reading it every week.
I don't know what the highest is. But yeah, I'm on my third wall of villager photos, and I think I need to change, because my room is just kind of looking a bit not as peaceful anymore, because the walls are just covered, and it's just taking away for the whole chill out bedroom. So I think I might move them downstairs. I think I might just redecorate my full house.
Don't, that room is amazing that you have all your pictures in.
But if I'm going to continue like replacing my villagers and getting their photos, I'm going to run out of room at some point anyway.
Well, what can you do? Yeah, there's like 400 villagers, so you're always going to run out of room. What solution is there? Put them outside?
Yeah, no, that's even creepier, I think. Or just, I don't know.
like graves.
Yeah. I'll just have some room. I had a room in my Wild World account, island or town, and I just had a room. It was before you could put them on the wall, and I just had like a room filled with tables with all my photos on it. And that was my gallery, but that sounds creepy as well. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I don't want to take them out of my house now that I know that that's been adding points to my Happy Home Academy.
Yeah, but what's the point in that?
Yeah.
You don't get anything for it now, do you?
No, I've got my plaque. Is it plaques? You know, it's little trophies you get, which I don't think I've got all of them out.
You get plaques and then you get trophies?
Right, okay, so
I can't remember.
Probably. I can't remember. It's been that long because I think you got them quite early on in the game. Yeah, so that'll be my dilemma this week. What will I do with all my photos? Probably need to work on that this week. And that'll be me. Finishing off my lake, hiding my gnomes, and figuring out what to do with my photos. What about you?
Well, we've got Harvey visiting on Monday. So that's going to be amazing. That's going to be really exciting, and everything is going to go rainbow on my island for a day, I imagine. And then Freckles' birthday is coming up as well. There was a notice on my notice board today. But I think it might have said the 19th, so that's still a little way away. But yeah, I'll put some pictures up of my Pear Tree petrol station, and hopefully you and some people can make some suggestions for how to make some improvements, because there are, like, I've seen amazing urban areas on Friends Islands and on the internet, but I'm just finding it a little bit hard to find some inspiration for this bit. But no major plans for this week, just enjoying meeting Pave for the first time, a bit of light decoration, and getting to know Whitney.
Oh yeah, you're lovely folks.
And I guess giving all the villagers like tons of money as a sign of good luck. It's Chinese New Year tomorrow. On the Friday, we're recording this on Thursday, so I guess they're all going to get a pouch of money tomorrow. How cute would it be if you could just run around with that little blue bag, though? It'd be brilliant.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me, Luke.
Thanks for coming over and hanging out and chatting.
Yeah, it's been good, and I'm going to have to run away and have a look at your Pear Tree petrol station area.
Yeah. Any help, gratefully appreciated. Thank you. Cool, and thanks to everyone for watching, joining us for another episode. It's been good fun. And we hope to see you all again soon. Bye.
Bye.